We're gonna be reacting to when LeBron was the most hated man in sports. Now, first of all, before you know what I'm saying, we talk about this. Just want to thank y'all for 50 subs, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're on the way to 100, and there's much more to come. And you know, I'm not gonna stop posting every day. I mean, that's basically all I gotta say for right now. Again, thank y'all guys. For everything. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Cause without the views, without me getting a few views or a few likes, I mean, I wouldn't have given up because you know what I'm saying, don't give up. But I would have for sure been a little bit down. But you know what I'm saying, I got y'all guys, I got God, and I also have my family to support me. But you know what I'm saying, I could talk about this all day, but we're gonna be talking about, you know what I'm saying, this video. Now, LeBron, did I like the move that he went to the Heat? I did, because you gotta think about it, bro. This dude carried a bum Cavaliers team 6 years. He made it to the finals. Like what, in his second year in NBA? I mean, like, we will all do it too. I feel like what he did was you could argue that wasn't bad. What Kevin Durant did was bad. Kevin Durant had no reason to leave my Thunder. I'm a Thunder fan, by the way. Kevin Durant had no reason to leave my Thunder. He just wanted to leave just so he can get an easy ring, bro. I'm telling you right now, if he would have stayed with Russell Westbrook and stayed with the team that we had, bro, we would be good. We would have made the finals again. I guarantee it. But we talk about KD all we want for a long time. I forgive KD, you know what I'm saying? But you know, let's get into this video, man.
How will Cleveland fans get over what happened tonight?
They won't. I truly believe they won't.
We've supported him for 7 years now.
He came back,
and for
bro.
him to go on there and drag us through the mud for 7 years and stab us in the heart, he deserves everything he gets. He is dead to me.
If you want your season to continue, take over this basketball game.
I guess you have to go through a lot of nightmares before you finally accomplish your dream, and that's what's going on.
LeBron James, he's going to tell the nation where he plans to play basketball next year.
LeBron, what's your decision?
It all started on May 13th, 2010, when the Cavs had just lost their second-round series against Boston.
Verjao puts up a three, won't go, rebound Garnett, and that's it.
What do you want LeBron to do? Who do you have? No. I want to talk about this. Who do you have on his team? Who do you have on his team that made him that wants to make y'all be like, you know what? He should stay because he has this. He didn't have Kyrie at the time. He didn't have Kevin Love at the time. He had nobody at the time. He had Deontay West or whatever his name. He wasn't good. Bro, what do you want him to do? There's not much he could do, bro. What is he going to come back to?
It's to the conference finals.
And as he was exiting the arena, disappointed LeBron took off the Cavaliers jersey.
Cleveland fans wondering if that's the last time he'll take off a Cavalier jersey.
It was LeBron's fifth straight playoff exit without reaching the NBA Finals, and many Cavs fans took it as an ominous sign. After 7 years of excellence, LeBron was a free agent and could walk out of Cleveland for nothing. James was arguably the best player in the NBA.
He was.
And in 2010,
he was
the biggest free agent in NBA history. Many players had entered free agency before, but not like this. Not with this kind of magnitude. For the entire 2010 season, LeBron's decision was a major topic on all the sports shows.
All eyes, including those of free agents themselves, sharply focused on what move LeBron James will make.
But journalists weren't the only ones preparing for LeBron's free agency. In New York, there were ads on Times Square to lure LeBron to the Big Apple. Cleveland, Miami, and other cities had posted giant billboards.
Remember all those LeBron billboards aimed at getting him to stay?
LeBron's decision permeated all facets of life. Late-night talk show hosts talked about it.
Yeah, but everyone would love to have a LeBron James on their team.
It was referenced.
Hey, you let me know. You let me know what free agent is doing this, bro. He had Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. He probably had some more people talk about what team he's gonna go to. Like, bro, you telling me this man's not the GOAT? This man's the GOAT, bro.
songs and TV shows. Even Barack Obama
Charles
got
can beat
into it,
Obama?
saying that he'd like James to go to the Bulls. LeBron's decision on his future team was so monumental that nearly half the NBA made moves to clear up
The
the
owners
salary
even?
cap for James. But only 5 teams had realistic chances
Yeah.
of getting him. Cleveland,
Okay.
Miami, Chicago, New York, and New Jersey.
Ooh, you
And
wanna go
after
to
the
New York,
Cavs
bro.
lost that Game 6 in Boston, the LeBron frenzy started, and the NBA would never be the same.
It wouldn't.
When July came, James approached free agency like a business. He took meetings with all the interested teams and listened to their pitches. The Nets' new billionaire owner, Mikhail Prokhorov, tried to lure James with money, investing opportunities, and connections.
You gotta
The
do what you
Knicks
gotta do.
focused on the historic significance of Madison Square Garden and playing in New York. Chicago was another historic franchise and a great city. Plus, they had a great young core with Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah. But who really dazzled James was Miami and their president, Pat Riley. Riley knew that LeBron's only motivation was to find a
He's
team
one
that
to
would help
win.
him win
He's
the
one to
so much
win.
desired NBA championship.
That's all he wanted.
Miami's
He didn't care about the
president
money.
tailored his pitch
He
around
cared about winning, bro.
basketball and the culture of winning championships. He said to LeBron that the main thing is to make sure that the main thing remains the main thing.
Exactly.
Borrowing a quote from Stephen Covey. The main thing, of course, was winning titles. At the end of their 3-hour meeting, Riley pulled out a silk bag and pushed it towards James. "What's inside?" LeBron asked. "Take a look," Riley said. Inside of the bag were 7 NBA championship rings.
Bro, you're telling me this is not, bro. He just gained aura, bro. Like, what was, bro? You're telling me if you're one of the biggest free agents of all time, you got the media following you around, and then you got some of the owners talking about, I'll give you a bunch of money. Then you got one owner talking about, the New York, our history. You get to create your legacy in Madison Square Garden, and then you got this guy. This guy knew what he was doing, bro. He knew what he was doing. But you're telling me if he just pushes you a bag of 7 rings, bro, and you're like, and then he's like, this is what we're all about right here. You're gonna take that. I would take it, cause I would want to win. If I'm LeBron, I'm gonna get money anyway. I'm one of the biggest people of all time, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I already know I'm gonna get the money anyway outside the NBA. So if like, you know what I'm saying. So you're telling me you're not gonna take up with Miami? I will go to Miami, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Things that Riley won as a player and a coach. Pat was a slick old fox that operated like a mob boss, and his tactic worked. LeBron was indeed dazzled,
That's what I'm
realizing
saying.
that
Who
Miami
wouldn't be?
was the smartest choice for him to win.
It was.
The Heat were also the only team with enough cap space to absorb 3 max contracts, which was huge. Ever since he played with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in the
GOAT,
2008
Dwayne
Olympics, LeBron and his 2 All-Star friends wondered what it would be like to play together. On July 4th, after he was done with the Heat meeting, LeBron got on a 3-way call with Bosh and Wade. The trio discussed not only if they should play together, but also where. New York was quickly dropped because neither of them liked the Knicks owner James Dolan. Chicago lost traction because they couldn't clear enough cap space to sign all 3 of them. Their best and seemingly only option was Miami. Are you in, LeBron?
Bro, imagine these 3. Sorry for pausing the video, by the way. Bro, imagine these 3 going to the Bulls, bro. That wouldn't look right. I don't think they would have won. Low key was D Rose wasn't. They would not have gotten D Rose. Ooh, that would have changed the whole course of history, bro. Cause D Rose would have went somewhere else. He wouldn't have went to the Bulls, bro. That would have changed. That would have changed so much things, bro.
Wade asked. "I'm in." LeBron answered. "I'm in too," Bosh said. The Heat felt they had everything in place to sign their new Big 3. But on July 6th, the first feelings of doubt started to creep in, and it was because of LeBron. In James's mind, he knew that Miami was the best fit. But his heart was still in Cleveland.
I feel it though. Like that's where he's from.
On top of everything, LeBron stopped responding to any calls or text messages, not even to his best buddy Dwayne Wade. complete radio silence. And then came the big news. LeBron and his camp informed the NBA and the whole world that they would announce their decision on ESPN on July 8th. It would be an hour-long program produced by James and his business partner Maverick Carter. This was an unprecedented move, as never before did a major network change its usual programming to fit the wishes of one athlete.
I'm telling you, bro, dude, LeBron got so much
they
motion,
also never
bro.
allowed a couple of 20-something-year-olds with zero TV experience to produce a show.
He has motion.
Jim Gray, who was not ESPN's choice to host the decision, was also a non-negotiable for LeBron and Carter.
Motion,
So
bro.
the
It's
network
all,
had
it's all
to
about the
yield
motion.
and basically give all the control to James. David Stern, the NBA commissioner at the time, was livid with ESPN, and he hated the idea that all the power was now in James's hands. Some of the people
It's
in the
motion,
media
bro.
and people around LeBron also didn't like the idea of the decision to be televised. But nothing could be done anymore. Maverick and LeBron wanted to control the narrative and call their own shots. The location of the show was set in Greenwich, Connecticut, in the building of the Boys and Girls Club, and all the profit of the show would go to the Boys and Girls Club Foundation. On July 7th, one day before LeBron's decision, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh signed with Miami. They initially felt like LeBron joining them was a done deal, but when July 8th rolled around, they weren't certain anymore. In fact, nobody outside of a few people in James's circle knew his thought process, and even James himself didn't know until the last day, as
crazy,
he kept
bro.
deciding between Cleveland and Miami.
His hometown.
And then, on July 8th, the madness began. Hundreds of people were camping outside of the Boys and Girls Club with signs. Different fake reports came out that LeBron had already decided and that he's going to the Knicks.
This
Even
is so much
Kanye
motion,
showed
bro.
up
This is
as he wanted
insane.
to see LeBron's decision live. But when the dust
Got
settled,
Kanye showing
LeBron
up.
sat next to Jim Gray and the show started. LeBron was visibly nervous, and we had never seen him so uncomfortable. Finally, about half an hour into the show, Gray asked the question everyone was waiting for.
LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough.
You already know, Wade. You already know. The GOAT, bro.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Now that's where everything started to
Worst
go.
thing that could ever happen to Cleveland. I hope that LeBron doesn't win a championship in Miami.
LeBron felt
Bro, he had people crying. He had people crying, bro. He had people burn his jerseys, all because he wanted to go to Miami to win a championship. And he ended up coming back to y'all, bro. Which is the craziest thing ever, bro. Y'all burn his jersey. Y'all should be happy for him, bro. Y'all should be happy. Y'all should have been happy. Y'all should be like, you know what, LeBron, you gave us a great 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And we want you to win, bro. They were just selfish, y'all. I mean, I feel it though. You wanted him to win in your hometown, but y'all weren't putting the pieces around him, and that's why he left. He knew you weren't gonna put pieces around him, bro. But you know he came back when Kyrie came. When Kyrie was starting to heat up and Kevin Love was there, then he was like, hold on now, we could do something now. He ended up coming back to y'all too, like.
they just did was a fiasco.
Insane.
But nonetheless, on a private plane ride to Miami, he, Maverick Carter, and Rich Paul didn't utter a single word.
I bet the Heat players the Heat fans were going crazy, bro. Yep, I would be happy too.
But when LeBron landed in Miami, something happened that made him put his mind at ease. It was the Cavs owner, Dan Gilbert, who published an infamous hate letter to LeBron, written in Comic Sans font. Once LeBron saw that, he was sure that he had made the right decision. However, it would take less than 24 hours before LeBron
He ended up coming back to y'all too,
PR
bro.
fiasco and solidified himself as the biggest villain in sports. During the Heat's introductory press conference with James, Wade, and Bosh, LeBron should have said that they were going to play hard and hope to win a championship. Instead, he arrogantly claimed the now infamous line,
Not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7,
After that, he and the entire Heat team had a target on their backs. Nobody in the NBA liked their free agency cahoots to link up, and what they said in that press conference made everything that much worse. When the 2010-2011 season finally started, everybody wanted to beat the Heat, and every team was putting their best effort against the cocky super team. And at first, they were successful. Miami started the season 8-7, highlighted by LeBron body-checking Eric Spoelstra during a timeout. Spo was a young coach without any coaching experience, and James didn't believe he could get them over the hump. The whole aura about the Heat was negative, and they were treated like villains in every opposing arena, and were dragged through the mud in the media after every loss.
Reporting the players are frustrated with their head coach Eric Spoelstra. Some are questioning whether he is the right coach for the team.
They have a few issues. One, they feel like he's not letting them be themselves.
During my first 7 years in the NBA, I was always the liked one. To be on the dark side or the villain was definitely challenging. It didn't feel good. I was still living in Ohio, and you could feel it. You don't even have to hear it. You could feel it.
LeBron, why are you still living in Ohio? What the heck? Bro, of course, bro, dude. If you got people burning down your burning your jerseys, bro. Of course, you're gonna have people. You know what I'm saying? Not like, bro. Oh my goodness, LeBron. That's looking kind of dumb of you. I'm not gonna lie. I would have moved far away from there. No cap.
And then came December 2nd, which was LeBron's first game back in Cleveland. In the entire NBA history, no crowd ever booed and trash-talked a player as much as the Cavs fans booed LeBron.
I bet, bro.
Their hero was now public enemy number one.
I heard like every single time, bro. I heard every single time he got the ball, bro, they just started booing him. Like every single time they passed the ball to him or he shot it. Bro, they just kept booing him over and over and over again. Like, I low-key wanted to go. I low-key would want to go to that stadium and like see how like stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can't even talk right now, bro. Come on, bro, lock in. See how like stuff. Oh my goodness. To see how the atmosphere is. Thank you. I found it.
Every time he touched the ball.
Yep. Every time he touched the ball, they just booed him, bro. And then they cheered when he would miss, bro.
Cold as ice, showing zero emotion as he destroyed his former team with 38 points and 8 assists. This 28-point victory rejuvenated Miami's season. It was the third win in a streak that eventually reached 12 games. Miami's athleticism on defense was something most teams couldn't deal with, which gave the Heat a ton of easy and memorable points in transition.
I heard a lot of blocked by James, bro. Iconic photo right here. Iconic photo right here, man. Iconic photo. Iconic photo, bro, right here.
However, there were still many problems. The Heat's centers were black holes on offense, and they didn't have a reliable point guard.
What the?
The Heat's centers were black holes.
Dude, there's no one behind you. What are you doing? What the hell, bro? What?
Holes on offense, and they didn't have a reliable point guard or good shooters. In crunch time, there was no clear hierarchy of who would get the ball, and the Heat lost many close games because of that. But their big three was so much more talented than everybody that Miami still reached the NBA Finals. However, that's when all their chemistry problems resurfaced. And even more importantly, LeBron James looked unrecognizable, playing the worst basketball of his career. 5 different players outscored LeBron in the finals, and he was especially awful in the fourth quarter, playing passively and not shooting the ball.
James, that's a travel. James cutting to the basket.
Think about this, bro. LeBron's not taking it up, bro.
The Mavericks 4-2, and LeBron was embarrassed in front of the whole world.
I bet, bro.
My first year in Miami, I wanted to prove everybody wrong, and I lost myself in the moment. I got all the way to the championship and lost. And we lost because I wasn't even there. For the next 2 weeks, LeBron was so miserable that he locked himself in the house and didn't leave for 2 weeks. But then he decided to work on his game and work on his mentality, and everything fell into place. The Heat won 2 consecutive championships, and LeBron separated himself as the best basketball player in the world. By the end of the decade, James went to 8 consecutive finals,
Yeah, and
won
you're
over
telling
the
me this
hearts
man's
of
not the
NBA
GOAT, bro.
fans worldwide and completely healed the relationship with Cleveland by winning the 2016 championship. And while the decision itself was a disaster, largely because it was too long, too awkward, and too disrespectful for every Cavs fan, it's a huge part of LeBron's legacy. As poorly executed as the decision was, it was still the most viewed television special in ESPN's history, with 13 million people watching and $2.5 million going to the Boys and Girls Club. But maybe, even more importantly, it was also a monumental shift for athletes in the media space. Now it's common for athletes to produce and star in their own shows. But LeBron and Maverick Carter paved the way for that to happen. And that's why LeBron really is the king.
Hey, man. Like I said, he's my GOAT. That's all I really have to say, bro. Thank y'all again